One of the greatest websites of our time, teenvogue.com, okay, a real bastion of intelligence and hope for humanity, has an article called The 11 Most Popular Conspiracy Theories in Recent History. And I just thought, okay, these are the normie conspiracy theories. Do you want to go through these and figure out, like, do we agree with any of them?
Oftentimes, they actually say the really true ones because they're trying to make you feel like they're not true.
That's what I want to talk about, okay? Are you ready for this? Is everybody ready to play at home? Let's find out. How crazy are you? Number 11. There's a hidden chamber filled with government secrets behind Mount Rushmore.
See, this isn't true. What they're doing here is they're throwing in these really stupid ones to then throw off the really true ones.
That's what I wrote too. I said this is a psyop. It's just like
this
there's other real stuff going on.
But there is a small room behind Mount Rushmore, and it was something that the creator of Mount Rushmore was going to add, but then he died before it happened, or it just didn't work out. So there's like a door that leads to nothing, basically.
Number 10, Area 51 is home to lots of aliens and government secrets.
Yeah, you see how they phrase this? Lots of aliens, which is stupid, obviously, but in parentheses, and government secrets. Yeah, the government secrets I'm sure of.
Right.
But the aliens, I don't think that they have an actual alien there. Do I think that they have some kind of UFO type thing there? Whatever, an unidentified object. Yeah, they probably have something there. I don't know if it's from aliens or just from another country, but...
I would put this in the same category as the Mount Rushmore thing, where it's just like, hey, if we can keep them talking about aliens, we can have them not thinking about other stuff that we're doing.
Well, I'm not a big fan of the whole alien thing, but I do think that something did happen at Area 51.
Okay.
And I don't know what it was. I don't think anybody does, but I do believe that something happened there that they did try to keep secret. It might be something that's not that big of a deal, but it just got overblown. But it is a government secret.
If this had happened now, I would believe it more. But the fact that it happened before, like, the internet and all this, and it spread, and it was conspiracy theories, it's like, okay, well, the only way that a thing like that gets spread is if, like, it's being promoted.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Back in the day, like, how did you find out about stuff? It was in your newspaper. It was on the news, and there were like 3 channels. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if you're right, but I also, like, my tendency is just to be like, eh. I also just remember there being like an Unsolved Mysteries episode about Area 51 when I was a kid.
There?
And I remember just thinking, this must all be fake, because why?
Oh.
If this was real, why is it on TV? Now, this is where we get down to the nitty-gritty. Can we say this word anymore?
Yeah, you can.
The CV night, we can? Okay. Is population control. It sure did control the population, didn't it?
Yeah.
But I think this is talking about it was put out there to kill everybody, to make there be less people in the world.
Yeah, and a lot of people use the Bill Gates quote where he was talking about, they really, I mean, look, I don't like Bill Gates, but they took his quote way out of context of what he was saying to say that he was basically going to kill a bunch of people. Which, okay, if you believe that he wants to do that, okay, but like the quote was taken out of context in the scope of like the entirety of what he was saying, and they just nitpicked that little quote out.
The amount of power that we have given this small group of people just in society, if they wanted to off us, they could do it. Like, it wouldn't be that hard, I don't feel like. So the fact that we're still here means that they're
that it's not.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, there would have been an easier way to go about doing that. Now, maybe there was something up. I don't like. You see what I mean? They're kind of giving you something that might be
like
true.
A little, yeah.
But to throw you off that, yeah, it was used literally as population control, like you were saying. But, you know, also maybe if this happened, if it truly was created and unleashed, and then they have the Maxines or whatever, then they make billions and billions. So, like, I don't know. I mean, it happened.
Easy way to get rich.
Somebody got rich. It wasn't us.
All right, Jordan, take it away. The Earth is actually flat. This is the first one that I wouldn't even entertain as like
but I mean, I'm glad that it's on the list because it is here.
They're out there trying to make this work.
No, there's a lot of people that believe that.
That's what I'm saying. They're trying.
There's a lot of people.
Yeah. All right, we can't actually read this whole one, but top Democrats are behind a
blankety blank
something that deals with youngins.
Yeah. Is it true? I mean, see, here's the thing. They're trying to segue you to just think this is like a Democrat-Republican thing when it's like, what if it's a whole
That's exactly
thing?
what I said. I was like, it's false because it's all of them. It's the Republicans
right.
too.
If this is real, it's everybody. It's not just the Democrats.
Look, okay, listen. All right, just listen for a second. I don't think I speak just for myself when I say, when Jeffrey Epstein was killed in that cell and they didn't have the footage, I just said, okay. Okay. I'm not saying what I believe is true. I'm just saying that I know you're full of...
But there's no, like, not too many questions. Nobody seems to really care
right.
too much.
Nobody worries about getting to the bottom of that. It's just like, all right.
And then they throw out all these random little things to make you think that it's crazy that anybody would think that one of the biggest industries in the world, which is this child stuff,
right?
That the government, that different high-end people who have nothing better to do with their lives at some point when they just have everything that they want are into that.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, come on.
Mass shootings like Sandy Hook were false flags.
I wouldn't say... This is what I always look at. When something happens, who does it benefit?
Or any kind of news story.
Literally, yeah. I mean, that's just 101. Mm-hmm. Who does this benefit? I don't want to say they're false flags, though, but I'm just saying
I think...
They're used.
Right. That's what I was going to say. I think that there are certain kinds of news stories get a lot of clicks. Bad actors are happy to use things going on in the news to drive clicks to their websites, and they're giving the person what they want by giving them the notoriety and stuff. Yeah. 9/11 was an inside job, Jordan.
What are we going to say about this?
I will say what I've always believed, which is that I don't think it was an inside job. But I would not be surprised to find out that it was something that was just allowed to happen.
Yeah, I don't think
that's super controversial take.
Well, let's put it this way. I mean, I think about this in the same way that I think about the mass shootings. Like, if somebody who wanted more gun control and wanted more of this stuff, if there was really some sicko who was like, hey, we know that this one kid is kind of searching some bad stuff. But we're not going to really look at it and really look too much into it. Uh-huh. Oh, it happened. Well, look, man, look at the terrible thing. It's like, yeah, well, maybe you could have stopped it. You know, that's kind of what I'm thinking about with the 9/11 thing. But then there is some weird stuff if you look at the one building that came down that kind of came down due to fire instead of on its own. It really did look like a controlled...
We've all seen Loose Change back in the day. We all watched that movie. You know, there was a time where conspiracy theories were... It was more of a lefty thing to be a conspiracy theorist about this stuff.
I see.
Whereas that's kind of now the right-wing people are the conspiracy theorists.
And I don't want to speak too much out of turn, but with that one building that came down, I think it was building 11. I can't really remember, but it wasn't...
8 or something.
Building... Yeah, I can't remember. But anyways, it wasn't hit by anything. It literally, the documentation says that it came down, a steel structure came down because of a fire, and that had never happened before on the face of the planet, and that's actually reported that that's what caused it to collapse. And so if that really is true that happened, the building codes or some kind of structural planning would have to then change or be modified on most all buildings that exist and that exist after that, but nothing happened from it. It was just like, oh yeah, that was just an anomaly that happened and nothing happened. So again, maybe it was something that was
strange
used
stuff.
to,
Strange stuff.
It was just questions.
I'm sure the government was very disappointed to have to usurp so much authority after that and the Patriot Act and the wars and all that. It was very hard for them to have to take all that extra authority.
Right.
Princess Diana's death was no accident.
I haven't looked up much. I know about this, but I don't know about it.
I think the incentives were there. I mean, the royal family to this day is still paying for Princess Diana because her kid, whatever his name is, the one that the royal family doesn't like, that's over here making Netflix documentaries.
Oh, that's her son?
Yeah, the royal family didn't like her, and she's got these kids, and now this one kid is just causing them so much drama. So I'm just saying the incentives were there.
Okay, I got you.
Jordan, did we go to the moon?
I go back and forth. I think that we did, but I think that they see the thing is everyone's like, oh, you know, the pictures were faked and all this stuff. There's been some times where you watch something and they'll say something about the moon landing, like, oh, this is so stupid that some people or whatever, and it's like, yeah, that's weird.
If it's so ridiculous, why are you even bringing it up?
Yeah.
There's lots of ridiculous things people say that it's just like, yeah, why would we talk about that? So, that's the only thing that makes me think perhaps it didn't really happen, is that there's still like bringing attention to it.
I don't even take much stock into the fact that some of the pictures were doctored, which they were. They were just doing that to try and make it look more grand because the United States beat Russia in the you know, getting there. So it was like just trying to hype it up. But again, I mean, they were trying to beat another country at something faster than they could do, and maybe, I mean, again, are the incentives there to lie that you did it?
Right.
But it is weird that Russia doesn't just accepts it. I don't know. Like, I never hear anything coming out of Russia like, no, they faked it, guys. So I don't know. That's the other thing that makes
they were told to be quiet.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah. They said,
okay.
Look, we won, and shut up about it. The CIA had a hand in JFK's assassination. Oh, they did it. It was them.
Yeah. How many people don't believe that they at least had a hand in it, even if they didn't pull the trigger? Like,
I don't know.
I feel like that's becoming way more accepted.
I mean, look, at the point when his brother got killed too by another lone assassin, it's just like, okay, come on. Prayers up for RFK out there. Myths about the Holocaust. Just in general, there are swaths of the population that don't believe that the Holocaust happened, or they believe the death toll was enormously inflated. One 2014 survey coordinated by the ADL of more than 50,000 people across 100 countries found that only 30% of respondents thought historical accounts of the Holocaust were accurate. Now, look, I mean, what are you saying there? Like, if you polled me and said, hey, do you believe every single thing that the government tells you about the most recent war? I would be like, no.
Yeah, but you'd have to preface it with the most recent war that makes us look like gods.
Right.
Do you trust every statistic that we give you? It's like, look, I understand that a lot of horrible things happen and millions of people died. Are you asking if I believe that you might want to fudge some numbers a little bit sometimes in some aspect of war to make you look better?
Right.
Or make some, you know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah, I guess my point is that, like, I feel like you can recognize that this was a real thing that happened, and also not believe the government, or be skeptical of the government.
Right. If somebody, I'm not saying that the number is wrong, but yeah, if somebody called me on the phone and was like, "Do you believe everything that we say?" It's like, why are you asking me this? No, I don't know.
Bye.
Bye. Like, so I understand the 30% thing, I guess. I don't want it to sound like I'm saying I don't think that 6 million Jewish people died.
Right.
Did I say that?
No.
Did I sound like
I think we made it clear.
Okay, good.
I'll trim this so precisely. We will look like saints.
Bad saints. Josh Jordan.
Whew. Okay, we got through that.